Here we go. And then there's Louie. Do you want more
Lou.
cookies? Do you want
Then
more?
there's Lou. He thinks so. I think he wants.
Do you want this?
Who doesn't?
He's like, give me more treats, Mommy.
He's hungry.
He's like, feed me.
He
Mom."
needs some milk.
Here you go, baby boy.
He needs some milk.
He's so funny. He's out of the camera shot, but Louie the cat is here.
Trust us.
Yeah, Louie's visiting.
Woo!
Wiki Bobby is here.
Oh.
Wiki.
Wiki Bobby. What
Wiki
you say? Is the mic on?
The mic is on.
Hot? Go on.
Oh, let me check. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it says
Hello.
it's on.
Hello.
Seth Martin's here. Neil House,
Hello.
Connie Cleary. Hey, guys. Can you hear us and see us okay? Are we good? Seth says, looks cold. Yeah. So it's like, it's not that cold in here because we're running a heater in here, but this room is probably the coldest room in the house.
Right. It is.
Here
And
at
it's the hottest one too in the summer, so it's like, you
Yeah.
know, because it doesn't, it has all that stuff hooked up, but it just doesn't really, because it's drafty, you know, it's a sunroom.
It's a drafty room. Yeah.
But we just thought we'd play it up a little bit. You wanted to wear your little cozy hat.
Well, see, I wore this hat to go out and run errands earlier today. So, of course, ladies, when you wear a hat, you get the really flat hat hair. And my hat, my hair,
I can't believe you're
like,
letting people see.
doesn't want to do anything now that
Revealing.
it's been flattened by a hat. Well, it was really cold today and I wanted to wear a hat. So I'm wearing my hat again because it looks way cuter than the hat hair.
And I'm really bald every day, so I need to wear hats, or I like to wear them to kind of. These are my wigs.
And you were, well, that hat looks cute on you. And you were complimenting this hat on me. So I'm like, well, I'll just wear this
love
hat
it.
again.
It's cute on you. But yeah, so.
Now that we're talking about fashion, Seth says it's 70 here. Wow. It's 70 degrees.
He's on the
here.
West Coast.
West
yeah.
Coast.
Well, it was 70 degrees here a couple weeks ago, but not anymore.
No.
Its temperatures dropped. We got our first. Well, we did have some snow flurries, to be honest, on like Halloween
Right
night.
after Halloween, we had some snow.
Yeah.
But then it got warm again,
Yeah, it's
like close to 70.
Well, we're supposed to have
and
some.
then it got cold again.
Some business coming through tomorrow, so we got our crock pot stuff together. We crock potted today and made some early stew, we call it.
We call it early stew.
Don't ask why. It's just
well,
inside jokes, I guess.
The inside thing is it's chicken stew, and we gave a little bit to Earl, and he loved it. So we now say that it's Earl stew. It's
right.
early stew.
Early stew, whatever.
Our cat
and
Earl.
then we don't have a name for our chili yet, but we're gonna do some chili tomorrow probably. So turkey chili with.
Yeah. So tomorrow, overnight tonight, and I think tomorrow is when we're supposed to get, like, supposedly we're supposed to get a ton of snow.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Yeah, and we're making plans to not go anywhere tomorrow.
Hunker down as it is. No, you know, and it's not that big of a deal. I mean, we don't get
No,
slammed.
we're used to snow here.
Yeah.
It's just, we're just really, like,
It's just, I don't know.
just enjoying it, I guess.
It's like an old
wearing
friend.
the winter hats,
Yeah.
making the crock pot food,
Some people
getting
hate the snow.
cozy.
I don't hate the snow. I hate shoveling snow.
Yeah.
I hate driving in really bad snow.
Yeah, I don't
Although-
like driving in it.
What would you rather drive in, rain or snow? Like torrent, like when it's raining real bad, or
you know
snow?
what? Rain at night is really bad because it's hard to see. If it's
Yeah.
raining really hard
when the
at
roads
nighttime,
are wet,
yeah,
it's impossible
it's hard
sometimes to see the markings. Yeah,
So I think that is sometimes worse than snow.
I get
Because
more,
in the
yeah.
snow, you could just go you just go slow, and at least you could see where it is and
Yeah.
everything.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
I found that I was like, I think I'd prefer to drive in snow than in rain for some reason. You would think it would be the opposite.
But hey, we like the change of seasons. We like all the different stuff.
When I lived out away from Cleveland for a while, down south areas, they didn't get a lot of snow, and I really missed it. They didn't the trees didn't change, color and all that.
They didn't have fall leaves?
No, I had to wait till I came to visit to see all that good stuff. But so moving back here, besides being with family and then finding you, was great.
Yeah.
But I did miss the change of seasons too. But you know what? The best thing about moving somewhere is you can always move away. So if you get tired of the weather, you can always. Mm-hmm. If really that's something you really want to do.
If you really don't like it, you can change things.
That's right.
All right. Well, we hope you guys.
That's why God created Florida. Go ahead.
Oh, Florida in the summer? No, thank you.
Florida anytime you're around.
Out west in the summer? No, thank you.
Yeah, that's too hot.
Too hot, too
Different
humid,
show. We'd be in our bathing suits. What,
too everything. Yeah.
See me in that. I still wear this hat.
Out west in the winter? Sure. Out Florida in the winter? Yeah, okay.
All right, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, say what you're going to say.
Anyways, we hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. We did.
Yes.
Except for the green bean casserole.
That was the
family fupa or the faux pas.
Fupa.
So yeah, welcome to another exciting edition of Living the Scream, the behind the scenes of the Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout. Jack the cat is yelling in the background.
That's right.
I should go get him.
Who are you?
I'm Janet.
And I'm Nanook of the North.
You're
Nanook.
You look like a Canuck or something.
I'm
like,
James.
Like someone that likes hockey.
I'm warm, is what I know.
You look warm.
These I call them like Charlie Brown hats, but they're very warm. I mean, I found this one at one of our excursions out at an estate sale. I'm like, ooh, I'm an old man. I need an old man hat. This would be perfect. Finally, I can sport one of these. Being officially, and I can keep my AARP card, AARP card. I think there's a slot just for that in here.
Oh, jeez.
But no, I love it. It's really, I wore it the other night when I was hanging out, and
oh yeah, you had a campfire the other day.
I did a fire the other day, and I love doing those. And yeah, this is perfect because I could still hear. It doesn't smash my ear, my.
Yeah, with this, I notice it does kind of muffle the.
It does.
The ears a little bit.
I can't stand that.
Yeah. So then I feel like I have to scoot it up so my ears can still hear.
That's exactly what I have to do, and
I keep adjusting it, but I do like that it's very warm.
This one's pretty good too.
Yeah. Pastor of Muppet says, do the squirrels come out during snow? Yes, they still do.
They sure do.
When it's snowstorming, they'll hide in the trees. But, when it's like sunny and the weather's a little more mild, yeah, they'll come out and get food.
Mm-hmm. They put little snow ski. They have little hats like this too. They wear.
Yeah, they wear little snowshoes.
Yeah, snowsuits. They have skis. They just ski on down.
Yes. Bargain Barons, wow.
Hey.
Hope you two had a fantastic Thanksgiving. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. And they put up a really cool video on their YouTube.
It was the one we watched the other night.
All those antiques and everything.
Yeah, so Carrie Ann Moss from The Matrix, I guess, I wonder, she's Canadian, correct? I don't know much about her.
I don't know much about her.
But they must have filmed, at least they filmed the movie in that area, but they were selling a lot of the props that were in that movie. Basically, it was like an old home that had a bunch of, vintage stuff in it.
It was like a warehouse building.
So they had a warehouse that they had all the stuff from this movie or whatever was
all
shot.
These from I think all different movies, right?
Maybe it was multiple things. I don't know if
because it looked like a lot of stuff.
But yeah, there was all kinds of antique stuff. Really, a Victrola, that played the old 78s, and
those books are cool. They found a whole stack.
The Bargain Barons found of
antique books.
Yeah, what, Catholic Encyclopedia was one of
all kinds of old timey books. Yeah.
Yeah. We love that. So I just actually bought a bunch of those books I bought. Oh, where are they at? They're right over there, I think.
The books?
Where's those?
Oh, I don't know. Probably in a different room.
I didn't put them in the garage.
I don't know.
Let me see if I can hunt those. They're not over there?
No, I don't see them.
Oh, I know they are. They're on the green couch over there. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I'll get them. We'll do a show and
Watch
tell.
out for Louie.
I see him. Watch out for snakes.
Come here, Louie. Do you want to say hi? Oh, he's like, no, I'm good. He ran away. All right, so... yeah, some of the antique books are really good. Books are usually slow sellers for us, like when we sell some of the antique stuff. And it's like you need the right buyer to fall in love with it. And there are still people that will collect antique books and they like to read all that stuff and have it on their shelf, part of their collection. I did sell a small book from 1886 last night. It was the... New Testament part of the Bible, and it was a small pocket-sized or handheld type of book about yay big.
Religion on the Go.
Yeah, and it was 1886, and definitely showed its age, but it was all intact. I think it had one ripped page, and it went for $45 just for that one little book. So I was happy with that sale.
Lift with your legs, not today.
So when I look quickly through book sections, like at a thrift store or any type of sale, I look for the antique stuff, and then I look for the religious books are especially very popular. You okay there? Yeah, it seems like they're very popular. And the Bone Jingler is watching us also. I saw him in the chat earlier. So hello, Bone Jingler.
What's up, man?
Yeah, we watched his episode Saturday on the Monster Channel.
Gulliver's Travels, the animated Max Fleischer.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Very good Thanksgiving-y type of movie. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm going to have to try to catch more of that tomorrow, too. I missed a little bit of it, but you got to watch it.
Oh, and the Bargain Baron says, yeah, it was apparently all from the upcoming movie Die Alone.
That's what I thought.
Wow, so all of those props were from one movie set.
Yeah, they showed a scene with Carrie-Anne Moss had someone at gunpoint, and it looks like they were in a kitchen area, and there was just tons of stuff, like all over. It was like almost like a hoarder house in a way.
Yeah, so they really had it
I didn't get to see the enough detail, but it looked like there was stuff everywhere.
So
in
we'll
this
have to
kitchen.
look for that movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Us watch movies? Oh, I love it.
All right. So, what should we talk about first? You're going to show your books?
Well, how do you want to start with reselling? Or
Let's do the reselling part of it, because it sounds like that's what we're already talking about.
you have a book, too, you wanted to talk about.
A book? Oh, yeah.
Come on, now.
So I could show that after you show yours.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
well, technically, this is your book also.
I know, but you read it.
But I did a lot of research on it and read it.
Way ahead of the
and I was telling you all about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Check out these. Okay, so we went to this one fella who we have, doing this stuff. You make contacts, right? Reselling. And we made a book contact. This one guy we know named Joe.
Yeah, there's a
flea
dude
market.
from one of the flea markets who sells and deals with books. He likes books a lot.
Mostly, yeah. He has a lot of books. So, he has our contact information, and then when something, he knows what we're looking for. So, he called us over for some stuff just a couple weeks ago. Yep. And his garage is like full of books and things like that. He just bought a couple pallets of books too, like banana boxes full of books.
Wow.
And but he has shelves and stuff, and I pulled some stuff away from the shelf and started looking at this old shelf, right? Mm-hmm. Had a bunch of old books on it. That's what I like, the old stuff.
Yeah, you look for the old ones.
And boy, it smells like old paper right now. This is some old book called The Newspaper Institute of America. It's like there's not much to see on the outside there, but it's a handbook for writers from 1921. This one is from, but I don't know. These are like $20 online.
Looks like a leather cover.
No, check it out.
It looks nice.
These are the ones I thought were really cool. They're called The Transactions of the First World Power Conference.
Yeah, I
Volume
didn't
1.
To look through these yet. Yeah, this is 1929. It says second edition though.
Right. Sorry.
But
well,
they
revised
neat.
them. But these are like, I don't know what these books are. They're huge. I mean, look at this thing. It's like a doorstop.
Oh wow.
And
that's just volume 1.
World Power Conference. So yeah, there's multiple volumes. It has fold out stuff. I don't even want to try to fold out these things. It must be like I don't know if they're like maps or what. Yeah, it's some kind of a map. So that was kind of wicked, kind of interesting looking. Not wicked, but definitely cool. There's this thing, and then there was another one. This is the same thing.
Volume 3.
Transactions of the First World Power Conference.
Jeez.
Internal combustion engines, gas and fuel section. This is all new stuff too, by the way, at this time period. Power from other sources, power transmission and distribution, illumination. So it's like, all about, I guess, the advancements.
Travis says those books need to be preserved.
Yeah.
Ron says I have my grandmother's yearbook from 1928. That's cool.
Those are cool. I like yearbooks a lot too.
Yeah, those are fun to look through. And there are some yearbooks where if there's a famous person in it, it could have some value there.
Oh,
for people who resell books.
Well, I have a book that's upstairs, but it's a yearbook, and it was dedicated to I forget his first name, but the guy who who they named the Hubble telescope after.
Oh, okay.
He's credited. There's a picture of him in the front, and it's like 1912 or something like that.
Wow.
Ron, not L. Ron Hubbard. Hubble.
No.
But some other guy. The guy.
But I think those books are good too. And then Pastor of Muppets was making a joke about the Anton LaVey books. No. Whatever religion it is, even those books people look for. Like pagan books.
Oh, forget about it.
What's the guy's name? I can't think of his name right now.
Not Anton LaVey?
No. The
Aleister Crowley?
No.
Mr. Crowley.
Buckland.
Buckland Rogers in the 25th.
No. His last name is Buckland. He brought paganism to the United States. His witchcraft books are popular.
It's his fault.
No matter what people believe in, there are books that people look for.
So
that's all I'm trying to say.
Listen to how important this sounds. The transactions of the Tokyo Sectional Meeting, World Power Conference, Tokyo, 1929. Power for Use, Volume 3. The power for use in transportation, better efficiency and power production. So, I mean, there's a lot there.
Like, that's really involved. Yeah.
International combustion
might take a year to read.
And the rail. So, you know, but people that like trains and automobiles and things like that, they might be interested in this for whatever reason. There's like diagrams in here. What is this? It's a motor trawler. It's like a ship, right? A trawler, a boat that pulls stuff. What?
I don't know.
Boat,
just be careful
boat
with them.
Blueprint and.
So
who needed this book?
Someone must have. That's why they made it, right? I mean, someone must have thought that was important.
Did they make just the one, or did they make millions?
It was before they could just Google it. You know, they needed that information, I guess.
Wow. I mean, this is basically the internet in a book. Well, just on this one particular. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of interesting. Pretty weird. Like, this is stuff you wouldn't find anywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there that we have to sort through. Yeah. But this one book that you picked up, okay, everyone knows Black Friday is the big shopping day. A lot of people go out to the department stores and malls, and it's like, we don't do all that.
No.
We'll either shop online or go to a store that's less busy.
Right.
Or go a different day.
Correct.
So we did visit a smaller shop, like a vintage antique shop that was local. And you picked up this book, and it's called The Life Story of Miss Alverna and Speedy Babs.
Now, I picked it up, but you couldn't put it down.
Yes, you picked it up. I couldn't put it down. Stars of the Daredevil Circus.
So check this out.
This is what it looks like.
When I saw the middle picture, I'm like, what is this? I said, this has got to be some kind of a, sideshow, circus-related, thing.
Yeah.
Memorabilia, or what do you call it? Ephemera.
And so this is from the 1940s. It doesn't have a date on it, per se, but when I looked up these people, I was able to figure it out. It must have been like mid-1940s, mid to late 40s, before they were divorced.
Circa.
So these guys were married in like 1936, and they divorced in 1948. Miss Alverna and Speedy Babs, so they were in the circus together. They were part of Ringling Brothers and other traveling shows.
Wow. Speedy
Babs was actually, there's a bunch of articles about him. He was a trick motorcyclist. He would ride, his favorite...
He was a prostitute / on a motorcycle?
Oh, stop. You know, what did they call that dome? The Dome of Death or something?
Dome of Death.
Where they would ride around in those metal domes.
It's like a big metal
He was
cage
like one of the
round.
first guys to do that.
They still use those things.
They still use them, yeah. And he set some kind of record in the Guinness Book of World Records. And he was also interviewed in a bunch of motorcycle magazines, like in the 1950s and 60s. But Speedy Babs broke 56 bones. There were a couple articles written about him where, like, he did some crazy stunts where he almost died a couple times. This dude was crazy.
He broke records and he broke bones.
Yeah, let me see if I can find a picture of him.
And it sounds like he might have broken a heart, too.
Yeah. Aww. So there's him on his Indian motorcycle. That's the brand of motorcycle.
I don't think any guy wants the nickname Speedy, though, do they?
But yeah, there's Speedy Babs.
That's not good advertisement.
And then Miss Alverna's cool because... So she was in an accident when she was really young where she lost her legs. She was in a car accident.
She never found him?
She didn't let that stop her.
Ah.
She had prosthetic limbs. She would do dancing. She would. She learned how to fly an airplane. She got her license. She would fly all over. So she was actually the first person with a disability to get their pilot's license. And one of the first women pilots on top of that. So... and what's even cooler is they signed it.
Yes,
it looks like they signed this book.
Yeah, with what with a well ink pen, an ink, not a ballpoint.
Right.
But with a what do they call that?
So let me see if I can find a picture of her.
The photos aren't so great in that.
Yeah, it's not the greatest photos, but she had like no There's her with her airplane and her with her car there.
That's a car that Speedy Babs modified for her, right?
He modified a car for her so she could drive it. But it was just such a cool book. I couldn't put it down. I read the whole thing, and then I had to look up info about him.
Yeah, so we don't know. I mean, I paid up for that thing.
Yeah.
But if I decide to sell it, it could be pretty good.
It could be, but I'm not even, because you've got the pilot, like the airplane people that collect that, the aviation stuff. Then you have like the motorcycle people that might want that.
That's probably more on the...
Then you've got like the circus sideshow collectors.
I think it's more like that.
There's like multiple...
But who knows?
Types of collector that might be interested in it, because it covers like all of those topics. So it's just really unusual.
You just never know what you're going to find out there.
Yeah.
Anything going on in the
yeah,
the chat?
I'm looking looking in the chat right now. Seth says the 1940s were my favorite decade for film and music.
They're pretty sweet.
A lot of stuff was cool from that. A lot of classic movies and music and all that. Yep.
Love the 40s too.
Yeah. It's fun. Yeah, and he predates Evel Knievel, so that was like
you did a lot of research on the guy, so
yeah. But there's not a lot. Like, there's some articles about him, but there's honestly not that much. I think there's more on Alverna Williams, on Miss Alverna. She later remarried. Instead of Alverna Babbs, she was Alverna Williams. But they both led really fascinating lives. Like, he was just this crazy daredevil type of guy, and she wanted to go and fly planes and drive cars and go dancing, and she didn't let her handicap stop her. So I thought that was really cool.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Like I said, I did find a while back too. I have it somewhere in my mounds of stuff. There was another family of like sort of acrobats. No one with a disability, but it looked like they got around. There was articles, and it's like a little box I found, a little memory box that had photographs of them. Back then, and then I think there were some older ones or newer ones that were the woman when she was older.
Oh,
a lot older, like
that's
it's
cool.
some sort of like luncheon or something at some other seniors. But but she, but it's just interesting to see that someone's life, just sort of all compact right there, and they're gone, but this is what they left behind.
That history is still there.
You think someone will like find one of our DVDs like 100 years from now and go, this guy dressed like a monkey and this one dressed like a woman dressed like a mummy?
They won't have a DVD player.
I can't figure out.
They won't know what to do with
it. Could that happen though?
Maybe they would use it as a coaster.
It could be. If you're not the Beatles or something, it's a good possibility that if you don't make a certain type of fame in life, or not that we're trying to do that, but like if you don't achieve certain goals, I should say, that you just will be eventually sort of hard to find anything about. Interesting, huh?
Yeah. You never know.
We'll still do this stuff. Yeah. But I'm not getting any cage on a motorcycle. Forget that.
No. But yeah, that's something where we're not even sure, we're not sure what to price it as. We're not even sure how to list it yet. We're going to keep it for a while and kind of research a little bit before we put it online. But it's definitely really cool.
Something different. That's the stuff you don't really find a lot out there in the wild.
Yeah.
Oh, what about your big find? Oh, go get it.
Should I bring it in?
Yeah, unless you want me to go get it.
I shared a photo of it in the Mummy and the Monkey group.
This is the live action.
Oh, okay, I'll go get it.
This is the live action version of Facebook, which is usually it's just photographs, obviously, but you can share video, of course you can. But this is the long form Facebook post. Just be careful bringing it in here. Don't bang it up. Bang, clang. Just push that door open. You're all right. There you go. So, and this is only going to matter to people around the Cleveland, Ohio area, and even then, very little. But we thought it was dang cool. So we went to the Goodwill yesterday, and
I found that.
Found that. Oh, don't break it.
Oh, that pops back out. Pops back in.
You better hope so.
It does. There's just it fits right back in. I didn't realize it did that.
Now you better hope so because of me, but you'd feel awful if you broke it.
Don't say that.
I'm surprised it didn't get lost. Oh, good luck to you.
So, yeah, this is the Cleveland Press. It's a newspaper stand.
Yes.
They were a newspaper company. When did they stop making them?
The front's falling apart, too.
1980, 82?
Yeah, the Cleveland Press was around for quite a while. It was, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, it may have started as early as the late 1800s. And it ran till about 1980 or 81, I believe, might have been the last time they published a paper. But it was a pretty well circulated paper. And then there was the Cleveland Plain Dealer, which is still around. But the press ran for quite a while, and it's like my favorite because that's the one my mom used to always get, the Cleveland press. And who knows, could have even bought it off of one of those stands like just like that, or that stand right there. Don't know.
Yeah, it looks like it could be 1960s. I'm not quite sure on the exact date of it, but it definitely looks like a store display.
It is. It's one that would be in the front of the store by the counter, and you'd pick up your paper, and they just throw a hunk on there. But I like them for their TV guides. The Cleveland Press TV guide was my favorite television guide, because it was part of the local paper. I mean, it listed everything that was on all the channels in the area, but it was a lot different than the national TV guide. It was not as big, and I don't know, just because that's what we had all the time laying around, and that came with the paper on Friday, so you didn't have to buy it extra.
So yeah, we'll have to put some old magazines and newspapers.
Probably put some of the TV guides on
maybe
there.
TV guides. Yeah, maybe that could be your TV guide holder or something.
I can get a little insert and then put some guides in there. That
there
could
you
be
go.
Fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Good find.
Yeah, I was really happy to find that, and I don't normally like look by the furniture, but I thought, well, let me look, because I am looking for like a few things for the house, and then I found that, and I was like, ooh.
You knew that was coming. I'm like, and I told her.
And I knew you were like a couple aisles over, and I didn't have the shopping cart, and you did, and I'm like, hey, James, come here.
I know. Like, oh, what does she got now? But I was gonna say, I told her too, if sell it to me, I'll buy it. So well, it's staying here either way.
It's for keeps. He's keeping it. I figured we'd end up keeping it.
Yeah.
But I was so happy to find that.
It was meant to be.
I was very grateful to find it.
That is cool.
And then with eBay, things are picking up a little bit. So October and November were like crickets. It was real slow. And what I found out, part of the reason why it was slow, a lot of my small items that I originally had set for first class mail, when they switched first class to USPS Ground Advantage, it wasn't switched over in my listings. So I don't think those listings were visible because it didn't have a shipping option even on there anymore.
Oh, man.
And I didn't realize that I had to go in and fix hundreds and hundreds of items to make sure they have shipping on there.
And the reason why you had to do that is because people wouldn't see them, right?
Well,
unless you had that.
Why would you shop something where you can't let it? You have no way to ship it to the person.
That's true.
So I'm thinking eBay kind of hid all that stuff because I had to fix the shipping.
They have it in for you.
And I guess, well, with other sites they had it already adjusted, like with Mercari and Etsy. You know, I heard that it was, so I thought, okay, eBay, it should adjust it. And a couple months go by, and I'm like, why are my sales this slow?
Why are they this
it was like kind of like a duh thing for me, but I guess I was hoping eBay would have had their crap together and, you know, it would just switch over without any issue. No. So I had to go in and I'm still in the process of fixing old listings that might not have shipping on there at all. Because I'm like, yeah, how is anyone going to buy this? Because there's no way to ship it to them. It has no shipping option on there. So there were many mornings where I'm just sitting like on my phone trying to fix every listing, you know.
Struggle's real.
Yeah.
But yeah, mine's been sort of just mulling along here. You know, I sell some stuff, put a coupon out today. Yeah. And we'll see what happens.
I've got a coupon out too. So it's like 20% off if you spend 40 or more. But a lot of my items do have best offer, so I am open to reasonable offers if you find something in my eBay store that you like. So like I sold a cassette recorder, like one of those mini recorders. I had it listed at $19.99. Someone offered me $15. I'm like, sure, okay.
Yep, and I had sold it today. I sold a Rudolph and the Island of Misfit Toys. You know, it's like one of those little mini action figure pack. Well, it's little figures and then.
Oh yeah, like a play set or something.
And I think Santa's in it too. But yeah, it's from the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, animated short from the '60s. But I was gonna keep that, but I wound up selling it. It went. It was $99 plus shipping, and I think it sold. It sold with the coupon, so it was like $75.
Hey, it's a sale.
Plus shipping, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take. I mean, it was for sale. I was sitting
here. Get things moving.
Yep, listed a few months ago. I knew it would sell around Christmas if it was gonna sell at all, or I would have kept that for myself. I can't keep it all though.
Can't keep everything. Can't keep it all.
But it's a cool item. Probably from the late '90s.
You can keep the Cleveland Press stand, but can't keep that.
That's cool. But I can use that. We can use that for something.
Yeah. Do you miss a brick and mortar? Says Pastor of Muppets.
Good question.
Honestly, there are times I do, but then I think about the cost of running it. Dealing with some, not all, but some people in person can be different. It could be interesting. And then like dealing with a landlord and all that. So I think if I were to have a brick and mortar store again, it would have to be a building that I own, like property that I would invest in one day. But no, I mean, most of the time I don't really miss it. Sometimes I would miss the talking with the regulars that would come in.
Right.
You know,
except for the regulars who thought they were Marilyn Monroe or something like that.
Well, it's not.
We weren't regulars. I'm just
They
saying.
were irregular.
Yeah. Or holding their full pizza box like the wrong way.
And pizza grease is dripping on the floor.
Maybe, but then they get their home and their pizza's like just like it's like a cannoli
No,
or whatever. That.
Most of the time,
Calzone.
people were cool, you know, and I liked a lot of the regulars that would come.
Yeah,
in,
I know.
That were very friendly. Some of our regular viewers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But no, there were, like, I don't want to deal with the landlord thing again. I don't like renting. Definitely don't like renting.
You rent from eBay?
Well, you pay eBay rent like you pay your seller fees.
Well, you don't like them either.
But it's less of an overhead than maintaining a brick and mortar shop.
Of course.
There's a lot of cost involved with running a physical location.
And I worked for free. I don't get any back pay or anything, do I?
What's that?
I worked for free at your shop. I was a free employee.
Well, you know, you're good. You're good. I don't want to
All right.
get into that.
Are you trying to be funny?
I know. I was thinking,
funny.
like, I could say things, but I don't want to.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Just joking with you.
Bone Jangler says more people can see what you're offering online than just in person at the store. Yeah, and you can reach millions of people as opposed to maybe the 50 people that live locally that might come in.
Yeah.
You know, so there were a lot of things that would sell, but then stuff that I know would do better online. So then I ended up putting half the store online anyway. When I had the brick and mortar, like half the time I was putting things on eBay or putting it on Craigslist or something to get people to come in and shop.
Right. Yeah.
How do we find your eBay stores? Your brick and mortar was sweet, says Jimmy K. Thank you, Jimmy.
Are there links not in the description?
If the links are in the description below, you can go on themummyandthemonkey.com, and the store links are there for our Teespring store and each of our eBay stores.
Our respective eBay stores. Yeah. So I'm the New World Hoarder, even though it might say something else on there, but that should be the name of the store. Mm-hmm. And your Gen X Attic or something like that? Mummy the Monkey?
Mummy Monkey LLC. Yeah. Because I have some of our, not a lot, but a little bit of our Mummy and the Monkey stuff on there.
Right.
Like some of our DVDs, a few things here and there. So.
Got it.
First hoard problem, says Travis.
That's true.
Bone Jangler says, people always ask me if I miss my comic book shop / used bookstore as if they know that I don't and are surprised, but actually do miss it. Of course I do. Yeah, it's kind of like you miss like the good stuff about it, but then you don't miss like the negative stuff about it. So I like that it's easier to work now. Like I don't have to go to a location. I can just do eBay in my pajamas or, you know.
Right.
Just be more casual and don't have to worry about talking to people face to face.
Yep.
And it's less overhead cost.
Right.
So there's a lot of positives there. All right. So I had some notes written down and I totally forgot. Let's see. Yeah, we talked about the online coupons, eBay a little bit, recent finds. Let's see. Okay. So now it's just, we can switch gears and talk more about the Mummy and the Monkey if you want.
Sure. That's fine.
Okay.
Mummy the Monkey. What's up with them?
We're planning a show this Friday.
Yes.
Episode 219 of the Harry Scary Hangout, where we will dress in character and host a cheesy B movie.
We're almost 20 episodes into the 200th episode.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, almost. Crazy. And we're trying to plan movies for Christmas time for December.
Yeah.
Because December is, starts Friday. December starts Friday.
Craziness.
Where did the year go?
It went.
What the heck?
Right with the paycheck. Right there.
Yeah. So we'll have to bust out the Christmas decor, and I'll have to put some holly jolly stuff here. I think there's still a turkey on the set.
What the?
You still
giant
have
turkey.
a turkey
I didn't
over
take
there.
that one down.
I missed one. I thought I took all the turkeys down.
Come here,
So yeah, we'll redo this so it looks a little more festive, and we're trying to plan movies for December.
Yes.
I have a few that I'm researching.
Got some
and
doozies.
If it works out, we're probably going to show the movie The Vulture
This week.
from the 1960s. It's really cheesy. It's really like
I haven't seen this yet.
blah. I kind of skimmed through it. I didn't watch the whole
I have
thing.
no idea what I'm in for.
And a friend of ours recommended it, who's a movie connoisseur, and he said he remembered watching it back in the day when he was younger, like at the movie theater, and he said it was really bad. So
Better be.
So if we could get it done, then we will show that one.
I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be a hell of a week, but
Yeah. If we can't get it done, we'll just replay like an old one that we haven't played in a while. And then we want to try to film some more stuff with Cliff.
yeah, he needs some freshen up. No one's saying anything about all this using the same thing almost every week.
But
the same handful of stuff.
Yeah, so maybe tomorrow night we'll film something with Cliff.
We'll see. I don't know.
Or I can, and then you could just do the voiceover.
That don't work that way.
No,
I got to do it. Nah.
because I could.
That's too much work.
Well, you just do the voicing over it,
Trust me, it's too much work.
and then I could just do the puppet and video it.
And it,
Wouldn't that be easier?
I could just take old Cliff stuff then and do that.
Well,
Unless you write it out, so at least I know what to say.
we'll write something out.
Because to sit there and try to figure out, the hard part would be to figure out what to put in with the mouth movements. If you don't have anything really written down and you're saying, talking at yourself.
We'll figure it out. We'll try to figure it
Yeah.
out. Michael says, "You're lucky. Wish I had that option on my job." Well, there's good and bad with being self-employed. That could be a whole nother video on its own.
That's true.
Going back to that topic,
So?
because you are taxed more. You have to figure out the healthcare situation. It takes up room in your home if you're selling online.
If you're not against
you
having a storage unit.
You could get a storage unit or a home office. There's options. Some
sure.
people might work out of their garage. Some people might get a separate building put on their property, like an eBay shed or an eBay like barn type of building. So there's good and bad with any jobs. So whether you're self-employed or working for someone. But let's see, other comments. Neil says Cliff. Neil says sound effects. They want Cliff and sound effects.
You know it. Well, that's coming this Friday.
Yeah,
For sure.
definitely.
Full show. Yeah. So, who knows? I don't know. It's just getting to be really busy. Really busy again for me anyway.
Yeah, you're really busy with the regular job.
And then other stuff I took on, like other little projects and stuff for people. It's just like, it's catching up to me. But
Yep.
what else is new?
But it's all good stuff. I mean, it's all good things you're working on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not busy, that's for sure. I'm not bored.
Amanda says you do great sound effects.
Thank you, Amanda.
Yay.
It's a lot of fun, and I'll try to freshen some of that up too. There's so many sound effects I have. Craziness.
Pastor Muppet says, wait, Cliff isn't real?
Sure he is.
Yes, he is real. He's a real life puppet creature thing. Devil guy? What is he? What is Cliff?
He is a lesser demon, I believe.
He's a little demon guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
He does have a backstory, but we haven't gotten into it yet. But
Do you know his backstory, or are you
I
still...
do.
What's Cliff's backstory?
I can't tell you.
You can't tell me?
Well, basically, Cliff is from another realm altogether. Okay.
Okay.
He's not from this realm, but and then where he's from though, he's like this badass, like barbarian type of guy, almost like a bounty hunter type of dude.
Okay.
And he had some run-ins with some really, bad people on that side of the universe. So, well, what he did was he opted to come here. But the weird thing is that in our universe, he's a puppet. So that's sort of his not his penance as much as it is what he has to trade off for being away from all the stuff in his realm, his dimension, is that over here, once he crosses that threshold, he becomes a puppet. And he's obviously not that strong anymore. He's not that buff. He's only still about this tall in his real life, but now he's like half that size.
He's a shorty.
He's like a little runt, like Wolverine almost.
Yeah.
Like Logan from Wolverine, or now he's Puck from Alpha Flight. But a lot of comic book references there. But no, but yeah. So now, but you know, he's happy with his new life here. He doesn't care that all that bad stuff, you know, when all the sort of this, you know, the fight for life he had to go through and all the bad stuff he did, cigar smoking.
That'd make a good cartoon.
Oh, I know. I have to show you
I'm
the
thinking
drawings.
like He-Man style.
Yeah, he's very much like that shirtless, loinclothy type of thing. He looks like Cliff, but not as a puppet. A little red guy, you know.
Ed says Cliff is cool.
He is cool.
Michael says you can handle it, Graham. You have a good head on your shoulders.
Well, the cool thing about Cliff I don't know if everybody knows the Cliff story, where he actually came from.
Where is he anyway?
I don't know.
Oh, he's over there, just hanging out. I think he's just kind of listening, like, yep, they're talking about me.
Yeah.
Let me see if I could go get him without tripping.
Yes,
on things.
and he took the name Cliff Jablonski. His real name's not Cliff Jablonski. Uh-oh. Did you break it?
No.
She's tearing the set up. She's tired of it. But yeah, so if just so people know what we're talking about, because not everybody might not know who Cliff is, or might not know who Cliff is. Cliff Jablonski is our is the Mummy the Monkey's he's as audio, you know, the behind the scenes guy. He runs everything. He you know, all the audio and video. He gets all that ready for us. That's right. Yeah. Hey Cliff, what's up? But he's got laryngitis right now. He can't really. He's got Stasha-itis. But yeah, but this guy right here it's fun because we were doing our show, the Mummy and the Monkey show before it was the Harry Scary Hangout, I believe. Yeah, it was. We were doing this during direct to DVD stuff.
Yep.
And I went to a yard sale. Speaking of yard sales and this show, how it all sort of merges into one. Went to a yard sale one hot summer, not too far from here, and looking through a bunch of stuff, and this, like, you know, family had out at the yard sale, and I saw this puppet there. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting looking puppet. You know, I'm not a puppet guy. I don't know everything about puppets, so I didn't know what it was as far as was it something mass produced, whatever. So I picked it up, looked around, and I know enough to look for tags. And I didn't see any tags on the guy, and I could see the hot glue.
Yeah,
you know, and
he's definitely handmade by someone.
It's a handmade puppet, and I'm like, wow, this is really cool. Hey, you know, and I wanted to do something with puppets on our show, or have cast members that you don't have to worry about not showing up or pay or feed.
Yeah.
And puppets are perfect for that.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, he's a devil. It's perfect. It's not like it's a dog or a bird. It's a devil. It's perfect, right? Or some sort of demon.
Right.
So I asked the woman who had the sale, I said, what's the story with this guy? She goes, oh, my kids don't like him at all. They hate him. I was like, okay, how much is it? I thought, you know, $5, $10, 50 cents. I couldn't get those 2 quarters out fast enough. I think I bought something else just to give her $1, you know. That
Cliff's
type of
like,
thing.
I'm worth more than that.
He is. She just didn't know it.
You made him sad.
She said her kids were afraid. She had like a couple little kids. And I said, I'll take it.
You were afraid of him.
I love him. I said, well, does he have a name? You know, because I didn't know what, you know, I always ask that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
She's like, no, it doesn't have a name. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, well, who made him? She goes, her cousin made him or something, a guy. I said, what's his first name? She said, Cliff. So that's how I got his first name.
The guy who made him is named Cliff, so that's...
we do know that.
Yeah.
No one's come out of the woodwork yet either, as long as we've been
His
out
name
there
is Cliff.
to say that they made that puppet, but that would be a trip one day. Yeah, but he's great.
He's great. He's a cool guy. I'm going to set him down.
A great addition to the show.
Yep.
Right in the Cleveland press thing. Perfect.
There you go. David says, I had a candy... edible that took me and my buddy to another realm on Saturday afternoon.
Oh yeah, I heard about those.
Cliff always makes the pre-hangout fun, says Travis.
Good. Well, he needs to put some more new stuff together, because it's not that he's been slacking. We've been slacking. We haven't gotten the camera in front of him, so
yep,
he's ready to go.
Oh, Cliff is always wanting to be in front of the camera. He loves to ham it up.
Mm-hmm. Deviled ham.
Deviled ham. There you go.
Boom.
So, no appearances for December, because, you know, December, Christmas time, winter time.
We may go to a grocery store here and there.
Yeah, you might see us at the local Giant Eagle.
Or McDonald's or Burger King.
Or the Marks.
KFC.
We have fun for your money and save at Marks.
Or Menards. Or who knows.
Or Menards. Yeah.
But, but no actual appearances of Mummy the Monkey.
We might be appearing at a one-day show in February.
Yeah.
In February, and then possibly stuff in March, and then April is Cinema Wasteland again. So No big appearances till, till like springtime-ish. Closer to spring. But that's okay. We'll work on more videos.
Yeah.
Especially...
Work on more fun.
Work on more stuff like that.
Yep.
Do more YouTube videos.
And find more cool stuff to put on YouTube.
Yeah, or on eBay.
Or on eBay. Yeah.
So there's stuff to keep us busy. It's all good.
Oh, boy. There's not a... Yeah.
Yeah, because
I've never
October was insane. And we haven't done a podcast in a month. Technically, it's been like a month because crazy. October was insane.
We're so neglectful.
We were working on the shows. We had a couple appearances, and and then on top of that, our regular work.
Yeah, life is. I mean, I've never been this busy in my whole life. I don't think this is the busiest I've ever been these last couple of years. But I'm not. I'm grateful for it. I'm just saying it's just busy.
Busy.
Constant. But what would the opposite be? Something moderate would be nice. But hey, I'll stick with it.
David Phillips says, "Are Cliff and Barba Papa friends?"
They hang out in the same area. Are they friends? Where did Barba Papa go?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while.
Louis, he was on the floor. I'm surprised
Louis didn't chew him?
He didn't chew his fingers off.
Yeah, we have to watch because...
Ooh, it's a little stiffer from the cold.
A cat or dog would easily think that's a toy to chew on.
Yeah, I need to get the magic eraser to Barba Papa.
He needs a bath. He's all dirty.
You could probably put Barba Papa inside a Cliff.
That doesn't sound right.
Well,
I don't want to know what they're doing in their personal time.
This was next to him. I don't know.
I don't want to know. But yeah, they're friends.
Yeah, Barba Papa. Let's talk about all our little friends.
Okay, there you go.
This is an existing character, the Barba Papa, and I think they're out of Denmark. Or Holland. So
somewhere in Europe.
But they're European. Maybe it'd be German, but I thought they were like more Denmark or something like that. But anyway, they're these like little blobby family of blobby things that can turn into stuff and change their shapes. But it was a really fun cartoon. It used to come on in the morning on a show called Barnaby, which was a locally made show. And they just sourced cartoons from wherever
any cartoon they could get from the station. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So Barba Papa was one, and I still can't find an English-speaking version. If you look up Barba Papa on YouTube, lots of foreign language ones show up, but I haven't found. I don't even know where they got the
English language one.
So I'd love to find an English language version of Barba Papa cartoons.
Maybe from the UK.
Yeah, but our buddy David Phillips, I think this was his sisters or something. He gave us some. We bought some toys off of him, but this is something I was right away like I gotta have that.
It looks like a Shmoo, says Ed.
Very close, yeah. Shmoo has Shmoo, or what's the other one? Gloop and Gleep from Gleek, whatever. From the Herculoids.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, those little weird things. Yeah, they kind of look like that a little bit.
They were all, shaped. They're shaped like, they look like this with different features, though. But yeah, there was Gloop and Gleep, I think it was, on the Herculoids.
Oh, going back to the Shop Small thing where we visited that collectible shop, I did buy a vintage Barbie that needs some work.
You did?
I did. And she's naked, though, so you guys are going to...
Oh, my God.
I'm showing some nudity on YouTube. Oh, no! But yeah, this is a 1962 bubble cut Barbie.
Bubble what?
Bubble cut.
Oh.
Her hair is a bubble cut hairstyle.
This is a family show, please.
She has a condition, though, called green ear, where there's green on the side of her face. So I read online that benzoyl peroxide will lighten up the coloring on vinyl. So she has acne cream on her face right now. And she's in the works of getting fixed up. I painted her nails today, too, and I have to fix her hair.
Does she have green sleeves to match that green hair?
Green sleeves? What does that mean?
Is she dating Mr. Green Jeans? You know that song, Green Sleeves?
No.
La da 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 da.
Oh, that thing. No. You can stop singing it anytime now.
That's green. You know Green Sleeves.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Green Sleeves.
So that's another wintertime project I do is I'll fix up old toys, old dolls. I'll fix them up and put them on eBay. I have a whole bin of those to go there. Okay, you can stop singing now, please.
Well, you rather hear Mariah Carey sing?
Connie says there is an English-speaking version of Barba Papa.
Yeah, I just couldn't find it.
We just have trouble finding it.
Maybe you're a better researcher than I am on YouTube. Maybe I should look on Google instead of YouTube.
She said it's on YouTube.
Okay.
Maybe you just missed it. Maybe.
Maybe I did. It was a couple years ago I looked it up, so.
Okay.
Maybe things have changed since then. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll have fan mail that we're going to open this Friday, too. We did get some cards sent to us, so we'll show those on Friday. So
what else?
It'll be fun. There will be a prize giveaway like always.
As always.
What will be the prize? I don't know. Maybe a t-shirt or something.
This way. Bendy Manana.
It looks like you got some issues there.
Do you suffer from...
Godzillatron says, so are you guys going to go see Godzilla -1?
Stop what you're doing.
That must be the new Godzilla coming out.
It is.
Are we going to see it?
I'd like to see
I haven't seen anything about it.
Is it going to be? I mean, I've been kind of let down. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
by a lot of
the other Godzilla movies that they put out, I didn't like at all.
Not a big fan, but that's But
I don't like CGI Godzilla.
I don't mind CGI. That's not my problem with it.
I don't like it.
The
story sucks, and I don't like them.
I would love. I thought they were supposed. I thought Japan. Someone was supposed to be doing another Godzilla.
Bring back the rubber suit monsters.
They would never do it, but man, they should do it. The closest thing to that was the 1976 King Kong, when Rick Baker designed the gorilla suit.
Yeah, so that was cool.
That was live action.
Well, that movie was okay.
No, it was a terrible movie.
The effects still looked cool.
Jessica Lange was the best part. You can cut the rest of it was terrible, except for the suit design was good.
Yeah, there were some parts in the movie that I thought was stupid.
Preachy, terrible.
Overall, I thought it was
well. Yeah, but you don't need to see all that. I'm not a big fan.
Be good to Mother Nature and all that.
That's what it kind of was.
Be good to Godzilla.
Well, Godzilla was
King Kong.
Godzilla was the same tale though, but about the
I like all the monsters.
It was an allegory for nuclear weapons.
And I really didn't like the ending of the original King Kong because they shouldn't have killed him.
Yeah, it sucks. But you don't know. But it's the movies.
King Kong was very likable.
He came back in some of those Japanese movies like King Kong Escapes.
Well, that's true.
He was the kind of goofy looking King Kong, but he was kind of neat.
Bone Jangler says, I have some English dubbed Barba Papa for you.
See? Boom. See, I just had to put it out there. So I'm going to get some Barba Papa.
John Spartan says, have you guys seen or heard a show called Monarch Legacy of Monsters?
Then that's another thing. That's another Godzilla vehicle.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
It's got Kurt Russell in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've seen the posters and stuff for it, and I saw some quick clips.
I'll have to look it up.
Like someone's fishing out there, and then Godzilla pops up out of the water.
I guess I just don't pay attention to a lot of the new stuff.
I
probably should, but most of the time I'm just like looking at old books or old movies with you.
Well, a movie that I want to see, and I got it slated to watch for Christmas or sometime around then, is Mad Heidi.
What is it?
It's Heidi, like the story of Heidi, it's like set in World War II, I think-ish. But it looks insane. It's over-the-top action movie, Like if Tarantino and I don't know, God, you name it, the Fast and the Furious. It looks like some nutty, like over the top action movie where I don't know. It looks cool. Look up the trailer for Mad Heidi.
I guess I'll watch it.
Yeah, it looks bonkers, and I love it.
I may or may not like it.
It's a newer movie. Well, that's with anything. See. I don't know if I like it.
We did watch a newer movie. We finally did watch Prey, that Predator movie.
Yes.
Oh my God, I loved it.
It was good.
It was amazing.
It was so cool. It was great. I loved it. But then I thought about a lot. It took me a second. I kept telling you about the first one. I asked you if you saw the first Predator.
I don't remember watching the first one. I remember really liking Aliens 1 and 2. But I don't remember sitting down and watching Predator.
Alien versus Predator was way later.
Maybe because I liked the aliens more, I thought they looked cooler or something.
The first Predator movie is very good with Schwarzenegger and Jesse the Body and all those other people that are in it. Very good movie. A lot of heavies in it, which is fun watching these big guys, go against something that's kick all their butts in a second. But there were a lot. But see, that's the one thing that I think about it. The Prey movie, which was good.
It was really good.
But they did do a lot of the stuff that some of the things kind of were probably just done as homage to the first one. Like, I'm not going to give anything away. I'll tell you. I don't know if they want to see it on a road for anybody. But it was good.
It very interesting. Some cool effects. Really great actors. I love that they cast an all native, a native cast to be more true to the actor, the characters in the movie. As opposed to a lot of those 1930s and 40s movies we watch with where they just Native Americans in it. And where they just wear a lot of bronzer. With some guy, you could definitely tell it's like a non-native person. 100%. Yeah. And they're dressed all wacky and it doesn't
it's
do
like anybody
real cringy.
It is well now, but
a lot of the old westerns would do that too.
Sure.
A lot of the western movies did that, even though I like a lot of them, but when I see that I'm like, come on, why did they do that?
Yeah, but could somebody come back? I'm not playing devil's advocate. I'm just wondering, like, could someone come back and say, well, the people playing cowboys aren't real cowboys? Or is it could, because that's a lifestyle versus
well, anybody could be a cowboy,
a culture,
right? Anybody from any culture or ethnicity could be a cowboy.
Maybe,
but not everyone is a native person.
But I think when they portrayed people back in the day, it depends on where it was coming from. I have comments about other things.
But let's go back to Prey.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. And it kind of like, we've been watching a lot of those like Ancient Aliens documentaries and stuff like that. So I thought it was neat, like, you have, this is like supposed to take place like 300 years ago.
Yes.
So they have no idea about any of this technology. And then all of a sudden, this alien creature shows up.
I thought they handled it pretty well, though.
Yeah.
See, I like.
So I thought that was neat.
I like Tony Stark's reaction in the Avengers movies, where this guy, he's like this genius, technological genius, right? But when he sees an alien for the first time, he loses everything.
Yeah.
Now they did that because in the comic books he's an alcoholic, Tony Stark. So that was his, that was his big thing in there, is the thing that brought him down. But they didn't do that in the movies. So I think that was sort of that. They go, well, let's say this intellectual guy, and when he is totally, even after all he's kind of seen on the superhero side, once that rift is breached and there's definitely life somewhere else, that blows this guy's mind and it freaks him out. So I like that, but I think that would be your real reaction. But you would have no context for that back then. It would be like,
unless if they thought
Alien as a kid
was like because there's a lot of folklore.
Well, they thought it was a monster, one of their legendary
like
monsters.
A legend monster type of thing. Which technically it could have been.
It could have been
because what if the Predator was there even before that?
They could have been because they were there in Aliens versus Predator. We're talking like this is like history. I know more. You know what? The sad thing is, I know more about this than I do about real history, and I admit it.
This is all pretend. We're just kind of what-ifing
it's more interesting.
We're what-ifing it here.
But
we're just playing around.
In the Aliens versus Predator movie, this was back in the during like Aztec and Mayan times, and they came back and they would breed
supposed
aliens in these ziggurats and these pyramids. And they would use the people to hunt and everything and use them as hosts for the aliens. But anyway, but Prey was pretty good. I was going to say.
Pastor of Muppets. People say Prey is woke. I say who cares? Yeah, we don't use that word. We don't like to label things. We just like to watch the movies and then we just decide if we think they're good or bad.
Well, or they could just make another movie with what do you get? See, you can't win. Because if you make this movie with a big, roided out guy, let's say a Native American who's roided out like Schwarzenegger and fights the Predator, you're just making the same movies over and over.
Yeah, it's nice to see something different. It's nice to see other people get a chance at starring in movies.
Yeah, and make it.
I think it's great to see stuff that's different. And
I know everyone's jumping on the bandwagon. As long as the movie's
good, the actors are good, the story is good. It's good then. Why label it as something?
But
I don't like the label
things. But you can't please all the people all the time.
Yeah.
You just can't. But the fact of the matter is, any business, and Hollywood's a business, will jump on the thing that's making money. And if it's putting a woman or making it all female cast,
there's a ton of movies where guys star in the movies and they're the hero.
And no one says anything about it, right?
Sometimes it's nice to see a female be the hero in a movie.
And we've heard other people's opinions on it. Yeah.
Think about this. For like the past 100 years in Hollywood, it was always, and especially, and I love the Universal monster movies, don't get me wrong, I do love them, but in every single Universal monster film, the monster gets the girl, the lady faints, the girl's locked in a room, the monster creeps in through the window, and oh, woe is me. It's always like the helpless girl. Like, you never see her try to fight the monster.
But they gave you...
You never see her, like,
But Universal gave you...
What?
That's Bride of Frankenstein's lines.
Oh, yeah, that's all she has. I would have loved to see the Bride of Frankenstein. Like, it would be cool to see her
as a sassy,
as a character doing more things
Medea,
than just
Medea
no,
is
not,
the bride
not,
of don't
what
go
you
looking at?
Don't do that.
Why not? Or she's not even a woman.
But it just to every now and then, you know, let's have a female star in a movie.
Throw you a bone.
Let a female be the hero. Why not? You know?
Yeah.
Just
the heroine.
We've already seen 100 years of cinema where, oh, woe is me, the helpless girl saved me from the monster.
So yeah.
It's old. It's old-fashioned, and it's not realistic.
Now, the one thing about the Prey movie, and I've been pointing this out to you, the one thing I notice about, has nothing to being woke, this has to do with film techniques.
Yeah.
Well, there's so many things, and this is the one thing that burns my biscuits about jumping in on some of the stuff that they constantly always do. Like the bass roll was a big thing, you know.
Oh, yeah.
They use all. In this movie, it was the sliding. I pointed it out in other movies. I'm like, why are people when they're running, especially through the woods? There's a little embankment, and they just kick their leg out and they.
Oh yeah, they did a lot of sliding.
She did a ton of sliding.
She did like at least 5 slides.
We saw, and
through
before
the movie.
this,
like she's sliding under the trees.
Sliding
down the hill.
And I know it's annoying when I point this out, but I told you, I said
it's a trend because we've seen it in other films
movies
too,
where someone's getting chased, and to just get from to point A, this little, they do this little slide on their side. They kick their leg out and they slide on their ass down the.
They like. I think
action slide.
If there's like an action, well, like the superhero movies, they all do like when they land, they do that like superhero land, and then they break the concrete with their hand.
Other movies have made fun of that too.
Yeah, so there's a lot of movie cliches.
They call it the superhero landing. You got to work on your superhero landing. Yeah, but those tropes, those cliches. But
whatever you want to call it.
I know it's stupid to point it, but we know. I mean, they did it multiple times in this movie. It was like, okay with the sliding. We get it.
Yeah, we get it. You could slide through things.
She should play baseball.
Yeah, she's
safe. It's like that. It's like the when this guy sliding
like she's
the
sliding through the dirt. Yep.
It looks just like, but they're sliding down
like,
a little bit of an embankment or something. Yep. It's nuts. But I know it's stupid. But there you go.
Yeah,
that's how we watch.
John says, "I love the Ancient Aliens TV show." Wiki Bobby says they are talking about maybe a new Avengers movie next year.
Oh boy.
John Spartan says, but it has to be written well. So far, they're not doing too hot.
Okay, Marvel can stop with all the wacky kooky, right? They
the movies need to be written good.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they again, that's Hollywood, though, man. They'll because it's a bit. They go, what worked in the last movie? We'll do it. Repeat it.
Right.
Repeat the process. It's like, no, let's try something different. Maybe make this one a little more serious, or But it just seems like they keep going for the jokes, the constant jokes, and the.
It's okay to joke around a little bit, but, you know...
Not when everyone's Tony Stark, it ain't funny.
Yeah.
It gets to be too much.
Maybe just have a couple of the characters do jokes and maybe add some more seriousness.
Like I've heard...
And they should stick to the comic book stories. There's millions and millions of comic book stories. They could go word for word with some of those books, and it would still be a good movie.
A comic book is a script of the storyboard. It's right there.
The storyboard's already there.
It's all done.
It's already done. Just make a movie based on those old books.
They could.
Yeah, totally.
Even make them as goofy as that. I don't care. With some of the costumes.
With all the CG and the wacky stuff they could do now, why not?
I don't know if they've done a period like a 70s comic book movie could be a lot of fun. Like with some of the freaky weird characters. Both Marvel and DC had some weird characters. Funky and weird and just strange,
Go for it.
They were products of the mid-70s.
I never imagined they would make Guardians of the Galaxy, because
I sure didn't.
When I remember years ago, looking up info about that book, because I was looking up Marvel characters, and I'm like, Rocket Raccoon, what the hell is
hokey.
this? It was so bizarre, and I'm like, they'll never make a movie about that.
And then they did. I used to read the comics, the old and the new ones, and I saw that. I'm like,
it's such a weird story, weird characters, but it works. So just go all out, make all the weird characters.
It worked because because the comics weren't really like that, obviously, but they had a chance to actually play with that, and so no one would really be the wiser, as opposed to like Spider-Man, which they had to be really careful with. And those are true to the books. If they went too crazy with Spider-Man, or either serious or wacky, people probably won't. But no one knew what Guardians was at all.
Yeah.
I mean, the big audiences, the comic book fans kind of knew, but I was surprised. I was like, how are they going to do this? I was pleasantly surprised. We still have to see the third one.
Yeah, we do.
But that's coming up. I'm going to watch it during the holidays.
I think. Probably during Christmas time.
I would love to.
Christmas break or whatever.
And I am going to watch the other two before.
So yeah, there's movies talk.
I can talk about movies all damn day.
But yeah, we're looking forward to hosting more Mummy and the Monkey shows. I know last year, right before Christmas, we hosted a show, and we hosted it in front of a fireplace. So maybe we'll bring back the fireplace again for Christmas and set up in a different location.
Maybe we'll do that.
We were originally talking with a venue about maybe hosting a show and recording it to put on YouTube later and hosting like a little live event. But
are we still in with those people?
I haven't followed up with anybody yet because we've been so busy. And then I was sick for almost a month, so.
What'd you have? Like, I don't know.
So yeah, there's so much more I wanted to work on in the month of November, but I was sick for several weeks, and I still have a little bit of a cough sometimes. Like, it's still kind of lingering.
Was you have parvo or something?
No, bronchitis.
Oh.
They thought it was bronchitis.
What's that, a dog? Is that like a
Isn't
dog?
that like a dog?
Parvo.
Like canine parvovirus?
I suffer from parvo.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, help me, please. Yes, take me to the vet right now.
So it sucks because I was like, oh yeah, we can work on all this stuff. And then, nope, I got sick for a while where I was just on the couch for a little bit. And I was just happy if I could do eBay or like do laundry or something.
You're like one of those Universal picture women. Or if you're for a whole month, you're...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see?
I was like one of those chicks in the Universal movies.
They weren't that far out. It happened.
But normally I'm not.
They have couches.
That's not the norm, though.
But is that what they
not
have?
The norm.
That couches in ladies' rooms, right? Fainting couch. Oh.
No, I'm normally not like
fainting. I don't think I've ever seen anybody faint in my... You know what I mean? For real.
Neither have I.
In the movies all the time.
Oh, yeah. All those old-timey movies, there's always someone fainting.
If all else fails, faint.
Let's see. Victor says that Godzilla hoodie is fire. Can't wait for the movie.
She wants to throw it out.
Well, this hoodie I've had for 11 years.
Don't get rid of it.
And it's full of holes. Like, if you look at those sleeves.
It's perfect.
Look at those
That's
sleeves.
lived in.
Look at that sleeve.
I've got underwear like that.
I've got holes, like, all over this shirt. But it's so comfortable, and I've had it for years.
You play that game with my underwear. What's hanging out now?
But I'm thinking soon I'll have to retire it and give it a proper funeral and just be done with this
Don't get
hoodie.
rid of it.
And I was trying to find a replacement, and I can't find this hoodie anywhere.
I think they were knockoff. They were just sort of bootlegs.
One of the... No, I don't think it was a bootleg. I think it was
licensed. They just made one run.
It was like a limited run.
Course.
Yeah.
There was a Felix the Cat shirt I loved so much I couldn't find anywhere. There was a shirt I used to have back in the day. It was awesome. It was, and I liked Felix the Cat, but I couldn't tell you. I don't know why, but it was a black T-shirt, and it was Felix the Cat sitting on his butt, and he had like the dizzy marks around his head, like the little little dizzy marks. And I don't know why he was dizzy, but damn, it was a cool shirt.
Yeah, I lost count of how many holes are in this shirt. There's like 5 of them in this sleeve. It's like a Swiss cheese hoodie here.
You need to get mothballs.
No, it's just from wearing it so much.
You need a man with mothballs.
It's just from wearing it so much. And then I'm going to have to like get rid of some I've got like t-shirts with holes in them, but they're so comfortable.
That's
I
punk
keep
rock,
them.
Though, isn't it?
Yeah, they're like all punked up. Punk rock. I cut the collars off a lot of my t-shirts. So, yeah.
That's how I like my girls.
Oh, jeez.
Punk rock, I mean. Like you.
Thank you. Let's see. What is the movie this week, says Wiki Bobby?
Tentatively.
Tentatively.
Technically.
The Vulture. It's a 1960s really bad movie.
I have no idea what this is. I don't know. A friend of ours told us
It's like a bird body with like a human head.
I don't know.
But then like, it's weird. It's so weird.
I can't wait. I got to see this.
And then a lot of the scenes are kind of boring. But it's like... He was telling us it was really bad, and I skimmed through it, and it looks really bad. So I thought maybe you could have fun with those sound effects.
That's what the sound effects are, hopefully to save it a little bit, to pull it,
Yeah, and it was double billed with another... I'm trying to remember what other movie it was, like when it ran in theaters.
The Vulture?
He was telling us it ran with like another movie. I don't remember the name of the other movie.
Couldn't tell you.
But anyway, yeah, we're hoping to play that one.
Okay. I guess, what choice do I have?
And we'll probably wrap things up here with the podcast.
Let's talk about movies for 10 more hours.
Oh, gosh, we could.
I could.
But then we wouldn't get anything done.
But, speaking of movies, a couple of quick things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh. What was that movie we just saw with the woman that was looking for plastic surgery? Well, we just watched it. Remember she gave...
Oh.
The hell was that thing?
American Mary.
Oh my God.
That movie was amazing.
This movie
I've
you
always
ain't
wanted to
seen.
see it. It came out maybe 10 or 15 years ago. No, 10 years ago. I think it came out in 2013-ish.
Who made it? Like the something sisters?
The Saska sisters.
Okay. You knew all about it.
It's really good. I always heard good things about it. And we watched it, and it was a really good movie.
Yes.
It was on Tubi, I think. Yeah,
Tubi
we watched,
or not Tubi?
We watched it on Tubi.
That's the question.
She was a surgeon in training and going to med school and everything, and she was trying to get a job at a bar or something, and they needed her help doing surgery on someone, and she was doing all kinds of I guess she would take out bullet holes for people. She would do weird plastic surgery for people.
Yeah.
And then all these plastic surgery, people that were into the body modifications would go to see her to get their body mods done.
American Mary.
It was it was a really neat story, and it was really messed up but cool.
It was dark.
And it had a sad ending. So
don't give anything away. But another movie, and in the movie, speaking of Bone Jangler in the chat, he recommended a movie called Rolling Thunder, and we talked about it.
Yeah, we watched that one too. That movie was messed up.
I loved it. It was starring Tommy Lee Jones. What's that guy? Other guy? I mispronounced his. William Devane was the main guy.
Yeah.
About a Vietnam vet who come home. A couple of vets came home.
Yep.
Got the whole nice welcome. They gave him a car and just these silver coins. And then Roscoe P. Coltrane, James Best, plays the bad guy, comes in and basically wants to take the money that he got. And I guess the reason why Bone Jangler told me about it, because I guess it's one of Quentin Tarantino's favorite films, and it's totally reminding me of True Romance, which is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I could definitely see the influence.
Huge.
Yeah,
there were so many
True
parallels.
Romance is a great movie.
So many
parallels. But he took a lot of stuff from.
Oh, it was him with
Rolling Thunder.
Him running around with the blonde girl. I mean, she kind of even looked a little bit like Patricia Arquette in a weird way.
So yeah, great recommendation,
super
Bone
violent.
Jangler.
But
was that on Tubi?
Yeah.
Yeah, we found that on Tubi. There's so many movies on there.
And I enjoyed it from front to end. It was so good.
Yeah.
Had some really good lines in it, and
it was
I
just
just can't believe
up.
I didn't hear about it before. But I love that.
But it was a good revenge story, and in the end, it worked out for him. But it was. All the crap.
Yeah,
I see.
I like revenge stories for some reason. I just think they're the redemption thing, and settling a score. But that movie Revenge. There's two movies Revenge, and they're both good. One with Kevin Costner. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Which one?
It's called Revenge.
Oh, it's called Revenge.
It's Anthony Quinn.
No, I haven't seen it.
Kevin Costner, and what's that? Oh my gosh, really pretty dark brown haired, brown eyed girl, Madeline Stowe. And Madeline Stowe is Anthony Quinn's a much older man, and he's married to Madeline Stowe. And Kevin Costner was like, "Hey, you look good," and he worked for Anthony Quinn in this movie. And stuff happens between him and Madeline, and then Anthony finds out, does some really bad thing to his wife. Basically, I don't want to say.
Don't say
bad stuff and they send her to Mexico to work somewhere. Let's put it that way. While she's on heroin, doesn't even know what's going on. And Kevin Costner, they leave for dead type of thing. And then it's pretty good. And it's not like Seagal stuff, Steven Seagal type of revenge action stuff. It's gritty, like this movie, Rolling Thunder. And then there's another movie called Revenge. It's a newer one. No, this movie's messed up.
No, I'm good.
It's almost like I Spit on Your Grave in a way.
Oh, that's hard.
Except it's not the horror
It's a
angle.
good movie, but it's so hard to watch because it's so.
And I think it's a foreign
There's scenes
film.
that are very extreme.
What, I Spit?
Yeah.
Both versions are pretty dark.
Yeah, they're really like.
But the first one's class. I mean, no one made a movie like that. I don't think before. They may have.
They're very yeah.
And I'm sure Bone Jangler would know that they are not. But someone like that would know all these movie things. But this other movie, I think it's a foreign film, but it's actually in English, but I think it was made in France or something, or something like that.
Maybe.
But man, is it? Oh lordy, it's good, but oof.
Yeah, I don't know if I could sit through that one.
You might.
Well, I've watched a lot of stuff, and then if it's
instead of
too icky, I'll look away a minute. Well,
of course. Well, that's the whole point. That's fun. You can do that. But anyway, Yeah, but that's another one. I wish I knew more about the other revenge movie, the newer one. But both are good. You know, what a simple title.
Well, maybe I'll see them eventually.
If you want to, I got them both.
Maybe. Well, guys, thank you for sitting in with our podcast. We got to talk about reselling, our show, the movies that we've been watching.
Oh, boy.
And if you like talking with us during these live podcasts, you can give the video a like. It does help the YouTube algorithm. It does help the channel. And we do appreciate you taking the time to sit in and chat with us and listen to us chat with you.
Ooh, can I talk about, we didn't talk about yet, though, too, is Taste the Biscuit. And
I think that's overdone.
But speaking of tasting things, I'll just leave this for you if you want to have some fun looking this up. I'm obsessed now with these one chip challenge videos.
Oh no!
On YouTube, and it's one guy that goes to like really bad neighborhoods, and there's a bunch of one chip challenge people, you know, families that do it, and you know, and some of those videos are interesting. And basically, the one chip it's a very very hot tortilla chip. It's like, you know, insane ghost peppers, you know, Carolina Reapers, like all these, like probably every pepper ever made.
I can't watch that.
The chips are like black, but they turn your tongue blue.
I refuse to watch those. I can't.
But it's one chip, and the funny thing is, it's inside of a coffin-shaped cardboard box.
Oh my god!
Everything.
No way.
But this guy says you get, you know, basically you get $40 if you eat the chip, swallow it, and wait a minute.
You could get really sick from those.
This one dude, I'm trying to. His name is Florida Made G.
I feel bad for people that try those. Like, why are you doing that?
This dude's got like almost 1 million subscribers. He's like past 800,000.
Because people love watching train wrecks.
He makes a bunch. He makes a bunch of skits, and he does all kinds of like prank videos.
I can't.
But he must have got hooked up with this chip company. I think Packy or Tacky. Someone owns. I think it's one of those.
Oh yeah, one of those chip companies sponsored him.
Yeah, well, they are now for sure. They're giving them these chips. But he stands outside some of the worst, and they're labeled that. It's Florida Made G. The letter G is the guy's YouTube name, and he goes to different like bad neighborhoods, and he stands out there and he does this one chip challenge. And it's like Jackass almost. It's like watching people. Some of them are hesitant. Some of them are like, "Oh man, I'll do that. Yeah." And then like a minute later, it's a whole different story. And they're running, and he does it. It's funny because he does it right outside of a convenience store or a gas station. So people run right in there buying milk and Gatorade, and you know he's still he goes, "You think that water's gonna calm it down?" And they're like, "I don't know, man." And like,
oh my gosh.
Some guys are just like have gallons of milk and just spitting it up, and it's
throwing up probably.
Some guys passed out, you know, laid down because the heat was too much.
No.
But it's just interesting. I know it doesn't kill anybody. It's just fun, you know. And that sounds awful. They do it at their own risk. There's no one's making them do it. So
don't try that at home.
But
everybody.
I am fascinated with these. It's because it's
don't do it.
Those reactions never get old. It's just really funny.
I mean, unless you can handle spicy food, that's different.
Everyone, he'll ask him. He goes, "What's the hottest thing you ate?" Some hot sauce, or you know, I had a red pepper. And I'm like, there ain't no red pepper.
Yeah, that's like.
This is all the red peppers.
Yeah.
One chip.
Don't do it.
And then some people make the mistake and touch their face after, you know, trying to wipe their eyes that are watering, and some of that powder gets in their eyes. It's like really messed up. But I don't know. I just think they're funny.
John says, I still have my chip for this year. I did one last year and it killed my body afterwards. Yeah. Laughy face. Nope. I'm good.
Some people like
you that. Have fun with that.
But you know how when I get Chinese, I like the Chinese food. I like the wasabi. You know, or the not
some
the wasabi.
Some people get hooked on the different spices.
The horseradish, you know, the yellow mustard.
But I can't deal with spicy stuff.
I just need a couple bites.
So then I see that and I feel bad because I'm like, oh my gosh, those poor people.
But that horseradish, you know, the yellow mustard and Chinese food, that's a different thing. Like I tell you, it feels like someone just takes steel wool and strands it through every one of my nerves and pulls it. It's like this weird rush. And you go, and then you come down from it. It's like instant.
No, I'm good.
But boy, the elation after surviving those few seconds of this weird sensation, the burning. But anyway, I still wouldn't do a hot chip, no.
Yikes. All right. Well, I do like garlic, and some people can't handle garlic. That's like as spicy as I get. I like stuff that has a lot of garlic in it. But
I know you do.
That's like the spiciest
I have to kiss you. I know you do.
Yeah. It keeps the
I don't have to kiss her.
Keeps the vampires away.
I like to kiss her.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So thank you again for hanging out with us for this podcast. And hit the like button and check us out Friday night at 8:45 p.m. Eastern for the Harry Scary Hangout.
That's right. We'll be back.
Until then, Good night. Good fright. Mwah. See ya.
Laters.
Bye bye. Bye bye.